Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'll be giving a persuasive speech regarding why the dropout age should be increased to 18 rather than 16, which is what it is currently. Uh, in the movie Renaissance Man, the actor Danny DeVito plays a teacher at an army base in Illinois, and at this army base, he's instructed to teach these army soldiers English. In the English class, they read a book by the name of Hamlet. And throughout reading that book, one of the quotes which they close the book out on is quoted by one of the characters, and it says, "In life, the choices we make dictate the life we lead." It was very moving throughout the movie and very significant with the characters and what they were going through. And I know what you're thinking, what does it have to do with high school dropouts? Plenty. Your future can be altered in an instant. Many times teens aren't mature enough to know what's best for them. Parents don't always know what's best for their child and aren't always giving them that guidance. They get it from their friends. They sometimes get it from others. People they look up to. But essentially, the dropout age for students should be changed to 18 so that students do not waste a valuable education. I want to persuade the United States as a nation to raise the dropout age to 18. This will help students market themselves in the workforce, better the financial state of the economy, and keep them out of prison. Columbia University professor Henry Levin wrote in an article entitled "The True Cost of High School Dropouts." And in that article it said that each year 1 million students drop out of high school. That is a significant amount of dropouts and a significant burden on the economy. And the multitude of these dropouts have a negative domino effect on how the nation is ran. According to another article by the Alliance of Education, the average annual income for high school dropouts is $19,000 in comparison to high school graduates who make an average of $27,000 a year. There's an $8,000 difference, which is that's a lot of gross domestic product that we can get from the lower class, the middle class individuals. That's a lot more spending into the economy, a lot more giving back to keep money keep on filtering throughout our economy. And when we don't receive that, we have a lot of cutbacks. That's where you get your recessions. A lot of those things all are incorporated by the dropout rate, and it adversely affects us. When dropout rates decline, the nation's purchasing power increase. Also, companies can see higher levels of productivity. Having an educated workforce increases the economic and technological growth, giving us more expansion to create things, more dependent on our own resources and products. The financial status of the nation suffers when dropout rates are high, and it decreases the attraction for new business, investments, and global competition. The Alliance for Education stated that cutting the dropout rate in half could support as many as 54,000 new jobs and would increase the gross domestic product by almost $10 billion, which is a lot more government spending we can spend on our own tragic issues. New Orleans, other tropical storms, other national disasters. We want to help out. We're not suffering as a country to help out others, as we are now. In addition, if mandates are placed on kids to get through school and get through high school and get a great education, there's a chance they won't be subject to the judicial system. The influx of dropout rates has an effect on the crime rate and incarcerations around the nation. Former New Orleans Mayor Mark Morial stated in an interview, the dropout rate is driving the nation's increased prison rate, the prison population, and it's a drag on the American economic competitiveness. That's why a lot of business owners are seeking outsourcing and doing business overseas, doing business abroad, because the business it's an increase of profit they receive by going offshore, rather than here in the United States, where like I said, the dropout rate is adversely affecting and sucking the life out of the economy. The dropout rate places a burden on the nation, the individual, as well as our country. So inevitably, the dropout rate should be raised to 18 rather than 16. Vince Lombardi once stated that the difference between a successful person in others is not the lack of strength, not the lack of knowledge, but rather the lack of will. Thank you.